Hello everyone and welcome to iBasiac. Yes, it's another vacuum cleaner unboxing for you today, and a first for iBasiac. This is my very first Dirt Devil that I'm going to be unboxing. This is a Dirt Devil HandiClean 14.4 volt 2-in-1 stick vacuum and handheld. Cordless convenience, 180 degree swivel head, 15-minute runtime. Here's the machine on the back of the box. On-off switch. It's always handy to have an on-off switch. Suction control button. Handle release button. Dirt container release button. There's a lot of buttons. Handheld on-off button. Floor head release button. Oh, floor head button. I keep saying button. I just want to sing the song to Button Moon. Oh, we've been to Button Moon and followed Mr. Spoon. Button Moon. Right, so it has a docking station as well, a charger and a 2-in-1 tool. And folks, guess where it's made while I'm undoing the sellotape? Guess, go on. Where do you think this Dirt Devil is made? In the United States of America? What about Germany? Perhaps it's German. Maybe Italy. Maybe it's an Italian Dirt Devil. Can we hazard a guess where this Dirt Devil's manufactured? I'll give you a clue, folks. It begins with C and ends in A. Yeah? Yes, you've got it in one. China, of course. Where else? Now, I wasn't going to buy this. I wasn't going to buy this vacuum. But you know me and vacuums, I sort of buy them on impulse, especially when I see them at a very cheap price. Now, I got this, believe it or not, from Amazon UK for just over £24. Yep. Now you normally should expect to pay a lot more than 24. I've seen this, the cheapest I've seen this is about £80. I think I'm upside down. So I was just looking at Amazon and I saw this and I thought, oh, I'll get it for that price. It's worth having a look at. Here's the charger. One thing about Amazon certainly is true in the UK, and it's possibly true from Amazon sites all over the world, but their prices fluctuate a great deal. I mean, not just daily, sometimes within a day the prices of things can go up and down. So my tip, if there's something you want to buy on Amazon, pop it in your basket and check it. If you've got time, check it every hour. And sometimes you'll see it going up and down, up and down. I've had things in my basket for weeks on end and watched them go from one price and being reduced. And I thought, shall I get it now? I've waited until it's gone as low as I think it'll go, and then I buy it. Sometimes I don't buy it and I watch the price go up again. You know, it gets reduced to a ridiculously cheap price and then it'll suddenly whip up and it's up and down, up and down. So that's how I get a lot of the bargains from Amazon, because you have to be vigilant, you have to keep watching. Now this is, as I say, it's a Dirt Devil, but it comes under the TTI umbrella of brands. Tectonic Industries, is it? Let me see. It'll say on the back, possibly. Oh, isn't that funny? I was just about to mention that this Dirt Devil is basically, you can get this Dirt Devil under the Vax brand name, certainly in the UK. Very similar, they do a range of this type of cleaner under the Vax brand. And lo and behold, on the back of the Dirt Devil instruction book, we have Vax Limited. I don't know if we can see that, if you don't want to be out of focus. Anyway, take it from me, it says Vax. So Dirt Devil, Vax, Royal Appliance, Hoover in the USA, they all belong to TTI. I think they have another company as well. And again, there's an address here for Dirt Devil, and it's given as Droitwich, which is where Vax has an address. So basically, this is very similar to the Vax machines. And this is part of, I think they only do 2 Dirt Devil. The other one is, I think it's an 18 volt. It's got slightly higher voltage, so it's may run for longer, I think. Here is the little charging base, charging point. It's finished in Dirt Devil red. Dirt Devil didn't really have much of an impact. That seems quite well made, that. They didn't have much of an impact in the UK. We got the little Dirt Devil hand vac, you know, the one with the revolving brush and the bag on the end of it. Well, I'm taking that out. That does feel fairly solid, to be honest. It's got quite a nice little rubbery grip with grooves for your fingers. And here's your on-off switch. And it also says fast, slow, so it must have 2 speeds. A sort of a touch sensitive type, not touch sensitive, but it's, you know, it's quite flush. So it connects up to the cleaner. There's a little, can you see that there? That'll connect up to the main body of the machine. Right, that's that. Here is the cleaner. It's not light. Although this, I'm saying it's not light for a handheld, but this isn't just the handheld unit. This is the main body. Well, so far, it does. I'm quite surprised it doesn't feel too cheap. But, I mean, I think it was £24 8 pence. Something silly like that. This is the handheld unit. Oh, there we go. That's a bit lighter on its own. The handheld unit is finished in black and grey with red highlights. There's a separate on-off. I wonder if it's going to work, actually. There might be some charge. I will charge it thoroughly before I do a proper demo. It made that little, did you hear that little noise it makes? Similar to the G-Tech Air Ram. That makes a little noise when you turn it on. Listen. See that groovy little green light? That's quite good, isn't it? You know, the suction isn't great. I don't know if it's fully charged, so I can't judge the suction. I don't like that. That's the sort of the end. You can use it. There is a nozzle, which I'll show you in a minute, but that is your general bit for doing your sort of your upholstery and stuff. It's not very good. It's 85 watts. This unit, dirt container release. So obviously you use it like this as a handheld, but when you're using it in the upright mode, this provides the suction, but it also has a separate motor with a revolving brush. So here's, I'm just doing all this without checking the instructions. This is a sort of a cyclone unit, a little bit of a filter there. I'm assuming it'll all be washable. I'll tell you all this when I do the proper demo and I've had a chance to read the instructions, but I would be very surprised if these weren't washable. You've got a little blue sponge and then a fabric filter. I'm sure, pretty sure you'll be able to rinse that under the tap. Pop that on. Obviously this isn't a Dyson V8, but a Dyson V8 will cost you hundreds and hundreds of pounds, and whereas this cost me £24, less than 25, nearer 24 than 25. So a lot of people can't afford £300, £400 on a stick vac. A lot of people could certainly afford £24 8 pence. There we go, so there's that part. Here is another part of the charging base. Looks like dock here, it says dock. I think, see, the trouble sometimes you put things together and you've done it wrong. Fortunately this will only go in one way, so that will just push in. I do normally like to read instruction books, but obviously for an unboxing I haven't time to sit here and read the book. So that's in there, so that's your charging base. Obviously though, we will need to take the charger. I'm not sure what sort of battery these cleaners have. I wouldn't have thought it would be lithium ion. It could be the old NiCad type. Just seeing if it says. Doesn't actually say. Here's the charger anyway. I wonder if you can charge it without it being in the dock. You might be able to. Quite a long lead. Obviously you need to have it next to your socket, quite near. So well, it's certainly more than a metre. I'd say about 1.5 metre cable there. I'm just looking. No, I don't think there's any way you can charge the unit, because this is the only unit that holds the batteries, this part. There'll be no batteries, I wouldn't have thought, in the base. It takes all its power. So you can't actually sort of charge it elsewhere, but I suppose why would you need to? This will hold the machine upright and charge it at the same time. Ah, we can see just here, just there, can you see? Just in there's a little hole where we need to plug that in. Well, so far, you know, if this picks up okay, I mean, I'm not expecting great things from it. I'm expecting this to be just a quick whip around. It's not a replacement for your main vacuum. But for £24, 8 new pence, really, you can't go wrong, can you? What else have you got here? We've got, you've got this little adapter piece with a oblong that side and a round that side, I'm assuming then. That goes into there. Be interesting to see what size that is, because if that's a standard sort of 32mm fitting, I could possibly put other cleaning tools on there. Proper crevice tool, not a crevice tool because I've got one, a proper upholstery nozzle would be good. Yeah, well, as I say, I don't know if it's fully charged, but comparing it to, say, my old Dyson DC35, there's not as much suction. Ah, right, yes, you need that in. You need that in order to put. One of the little dinky regular viewers will recognise this nozzle. Oh, they must make thousands and thousands and millions of these, because that's supplied with many vacuum cleaners. So you've got your crevice tool. Let me check the suction through the crevice tool. It's be alright for the odd biscuit crumb. And of course you've got your little brush that pulls out. You remember this? My little joke about it being a toothbrush for Esther Ranson. Hello Esther, if you're watching. She's a big fan of Ibasiac. You know, Esther was a pioneer of consumer journalism for us UK viewers with her programme That's Life. And yes, I know she watches Ibasiac all the time. Loves it, she does. Loves it while she's having a cup of tea. I think she likes Bourbon biscuits. Right, that looks a bit rubbish. I did look at the brush. Well, in the picture, the brush looks a bit better than that. It's red for one. Yeah, ooh. I mean, it's not soft, but it's not hard. It's also got this sort of velour-y type thing at the back, because you can use this on hard floors. I'm assuming possibly you do use it in the lower setting, lower speed for hard floors. It says on it step and recline, and there's a footprint on there, so you know. You put your foot on it. This is actually 5 watts. This particular part, it says 5 watts. It's got a little 5 watt motor. And you can see here, that's where it connects up. Now you can't use it, unfortunately, you can't use it like this. You have to use it in this other part. So this forms the main body. You've got a carry handle on the back of it. Obviously it needs a bit of assembly. I need to use that screw there. You can see here the charging points, and they connect up to the little contacts there. So when it's in the main body and you've clipped it in place like that, then it will charge up when it's in the dock. And you can see that on the back here there are two contacts that will line up. Can you see those two contacts there? Look, those, they line up with that. So I need to put the base on. So that fits onto here. There we go, that's clipped in. And to remove that, you press floor head release. But I can't see why you'd need to remove that a lot unless you've got a blockage. Because obviously when you're using it in handheld, you can leave this on, because all you do is take the handheld off. There's a button on the top here, which, let's put it down so you can see. It's a little bit, one customer did say it was tricky. So you take the handheld off, but then you leave that sort of sat doing nothing. Well, you could actually leave it on its charging base, I would have thought. Not that it'll charge up without the suction unit on. So let's put it all back together. That goes into there, and there we go, it sits quite nicely. Move it back, Roger, there we go. So that's ready to charge. I need to connect the handle, of course. So we'll lift it off the base. Yeah, it seems quite, you know, weighty. Obviously you want it light, but if it feels too light, you think, oh, it's a bit cheap, you know. So it's got some solidity, that's the word. It's got some solidity about it. There we go, that's pushed in. And for now I'll just tighten it using my fingers. You don't need a screwdriver. You can use a 10p coin or 5p or 2p, any coin actually. A dime, a euro. I've just cut my nails a couple of days ago, so they're not going to help, but anyway, that's enough just to show you. So that's fully assembled. Let's see. Should now, if I turn it on, should get some revolving motion. Oh no, we don't. Oh dear, is it broken? Is it broken, Roger? Or am I missing something? Oh. Oh dear. Well, I could be missing something, or it could be faulty. Obviously, as I say, it's not charged up, so it could be because it's not fully charged. We've got a little storage area for your brush, so that lives there. So that's how we'd have it stood next to your socket and charging up. I'll plug it in before I go, and just to see, this possibly will glow when it's plugged in. I don't know. Let's have a look. Da-da-da. Just want to see what it says. Line up floor head, blah blah, charging. It says initial charge of 10 hours, so I'll just plug this in and by tomorrow morning it'll be fine. Make sure you do fully charge it. Do not use brush bar on hard floors. It says the brush bar will not rotate when the cleaner is in the upright position. Perhaps I didn't have it reclined enough. I thought I did though. I thought I did, but let's try again. I wonder if you can just turn it on here. You can, and the brush roll was going around. Let me just try it again. Yes. So it's got the two speeds, but they just control the suction. The brush roll seems to go around at the same speed. I don't know if it'll be very good on pet hair, this. Let's see if we can see the brush roll now. It seemed to be working. Try. It's very hard to see with black on black. There we go. Did you see it? Could you see it there? So, ooh, it's got that very new plasticky smell. but I'd say it's 95% plastic or possibly more. There'll be a little bit of metal in the motor. There will be some metal in it. But anyway, you know, it's not something I was looking to buy. If, you know, at some point on eBay, Jack, I do want to test a more expensive cordless, a Bosch Athlete or one of the new Dysons perhaps. One of the Dyson V8s possibly. They are a lot of money. I'm not intending on keeping a Dyson. If I get one, it'll be from a retailer I can return it, because personally, no matter how good it might be, I can't justify the price of a Dyson when, you know, when I know what else you can buy for that money. I just can't. Just there's something anyway. Anyway, that seems, it's quite swivelly, manoeuvrable. Oh, I'm going to stand up now, but I can feel already, well, I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs. And for the sock folk, they can get a little glimpse of me socks. I don't think I've bothered colour coordinating. Oh no, I haven't really. Totally sorry about that, folks. If you like the socks, they don't pitch my trousers up. Oh, it always happens, look at that. Okay, let's that's better. Give it a quick, yes, quite a nice height, quite comfy. I'll make sure it's on fast. On. Nice action. Smooth. Oh, it is bringing the pile up a little bit. Yes. I don't think I'd pay. I think I've seen this on. Ooh, I'm gonna have to sit down. Ooh. Oh, you get pins and needles. If you kneel too long, it cuts off the circulation to your feet. I've seen this for over £100. I think when I looked on Dirt Devil's website, it was $79.99. I'm not sure I'd pay that. I haven't seen it properly in action, of course. But you know, £24.08. That is a good price, I think, for this. As I say, it's light. It seems fairly robust. You got a nice little handle there. Carry it up the stairs. I mean, it is light. Light it is. Shall I do it with my little pinky? Yes, I can lift it with my pinky. That's an idea for a workout video. I need to get two. You know, I could be pumping my guns. I could do lunges. Lunge with the vacuum. Yes, that's an idea. Don't steal it, anyone. But I'm copywriting it. I'm doing it. Look out. It'll be in your shops in late December, early January. Ibasiak's vacuum workout video. Yes, that would be bizarre, wouldn't it? I could use all sorts of different appliances. Now, before I leave you so I can get on with something more important, I'm going to plug this device in, and we'll just see, not sure, I'm just wondering if this will illuminate, just to show it's charging. Well, just as I thought, it doesn't turn green, but it has turned red, as you can see. Apparently when it's fully charged, that will turn to green and the machine will go into power saving mode, whatever that means. So obviously it won't continue to charge. Once it's got the full charge, it will stop charging the battery. I don't know whether that will stay illuminated green when it's plugged in. I would think it would, because if it turns off, you wouldn't really know if it's plugged in at first glance. I'm assuming it will stay green. I will, of course, confirm or deny this in the full demo. Now, I will be doing a full demo, obviously, of this cleaner, but don't expect a big mess test. I'm not going to attempt to do what I do with some of the larger vacuums, because obviously that wouldn't be a fair test of the cleaner. It is not designed to clean a load of mess. I will put down some visible dirt, obviously, but because this is only a very small capacity cleaner, There's no point in just trying to overfill it, because as I say, it's not fair. I only do those really major big mess tests when it is a cleaner with a large capacity or commercial cleaner. But you know, oh, there is a little bit of muck in here. I mean, I've just vacuumed this area with my Electrolux Professional upright, so I wasn't expecting much in here, and there isn't much, but there is some. Well, it's very hard to see, but there is some dirt in there. It's not as pristine as it was when I took it out of the box. But you know, as I say, it's just an initial test. We'll see how it performs when it's fully charged up. Oh, it's got another filter. Just here, I didn't notice that. Oh, that's replaceable or washable, I expect. Look at that tiny little filter there. Is it a metal fan? Looks like it could be. Does look like... Yes, it does look... I can't really show you. It does look like it's a metal fan. I've had a lot of handheld cleaners and they've been plastic fans, but that looks metal to me. So that goes on. That's an additional filter that you often don't get with this type of cleaner. Normally you don't get any extra filter. So that's your pre-motor. But also, of course, we've got two other filters in here as well. You've got the sponge and this fabric filter. Obviously, I don't think they're claiming any sort of filtration for this, are they? No, they don't tend to claim HEPA filter or things like that on this type of cleaner. But I think it would probably do quite a good job of keeping the dust inside. So, there we go. That's the Dirt Devil HandiClean 14.4 volt 2-in-1 stick vacuum and handheld. Still can't find out if it's lithium ion. I wouldn't have thought so somehow. I think lithium, yeah, because it says 10 hours to charge. I think that's quite long. If it was lithium ion, I think it would be a lot quicker. Anyway, that's the first look and unboxing. Stay tuned, of course. I will be doing the full demo of this in upright and handheld mode, and I'll be also testing it on carpet and hard floor. But I'm quite pleased so far for £28 odd. Yeah, it was an impulse buy, but you know, I think that's quite a good price. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please thumb me up. Please check out my back catalogue. Hundreds and hundreds of videos to please even the most avid vacuum fan. And stay tuned for new videos 2 or 3 times a week. At least, oh actually no, I've been 4 times a week of late, but that will be going down. Possibly 2 times a week at some point. But you'll, at very least, you'll get 1 new vacuum video from me a week going forward. But at the moment, time of making this video, I'm giving you 4 videos a week. Bit too much that, isn't it? I'm sure you don't want 4, but anyway. Stay tuned for the next video coming up very soon. Thanks for watching, and happy vacuuming to all of you. Bye for now.